Picture this, right? Just visualize this for a moment. You own a home, you have a house, and someone comes to you and says, the house you own, underneath it is a gold mine. You are literally sitting on a gold mine. Your property, beneath your property is a gold mine. You are literally sitting on all of this gold. The first thing you're going to do is find a way to start digging. You're going to start digging, right? You're going to get a shovel, you're going to get some instruments and try to dig for this gold because you now realize the value that you're sitting on. And this is a thought that came to me earlier this week, that we are all literally sitting on a gold mine. You that are watching right now, everyone on this channel, we're sitting on a gold mine. Every human being for that matter. We are literally sitting on a gold mine because within us are these talents, are these thoughts, are these ideas, these streams of creativity. Is gold. There's value in everything that we do. There's value in everything that we possess, that we're capable of doing and monetizing on. The problem is we're tired of digging. I had a conversation with my wife earlier this week, and it's like we are just tired of digging because we still don't see it yet. We've been digging for so long. We don't see the results. We don't see the fruits of our labor. We don't see how long am I going to keep digging and I don't see any gold. After a while, I'm going to stop digging. And that's where a lot of us are. By the way, thank you for joining. Thank you for logging on. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel. We get tired of digging. And you're like, where's this coming from? Where's all this coming from? I had a moment earlier this week where I'm just like, the problem is not that I no longer have value or what I do doesn't have value. I'm just tired of digging for it and not seeing it the way, I thought it would unfold. And a revelation that I got was, my faith has shrunk. Like I've lost faith in my vision. I've lost faith in, what I've been working towards for years. And when you have an issue with your faith, it's really it's necessary. It's important to take a step back and analyze and assess and take a breather, because of course we get caught in the whirlwind of survival. Like all of our energy now shifts towards surviving. Especially, I talk about this all the time, when you have a family, when you have dependents, your mind is constantly fixed on paying bills and surviving. Like using the analogy or the illustration of being on a house, living in a house that has gold. Yeah, you're digging for gold, but you still got to pay the bills of that house, right? At some point, you got to stop and work to pay the mortgage, pay the water bill, pay the utilities, pay for the upkeep. There's always the first of the month that you got to keep in mind, and these things are fighting for your attention. The facts are fighting for your attention. And that's the war that we're all in. That's the war, the battle that most of us are in. Our facts are competing with our faith. What is real, what is evident, is competing with what we don't physically see, but we see it. We don't see it, but we see it, right? So faith and facts constantly fight. So today, I want to talk about faith. Like, where's your faith right now? I want to be a contributor to reboosting your faith and recharging your faith, because that's what all of this boils down to at the end of the day. If you know where everything is coming from, then it's not faith. If you knew where the next your next check was coming from all the time, then it's not faith. If you knew when the next breakthrough was happening, then it's not faith. If you knew, okay, if I dig for 6 hours today, by the 7th hour, I'm going to strike gold, that's not faith. That's facts. And, paying the bills and all of this stuff has been a struggle, because for me, like with the way my world works, I don't always know where the next payday is coming from, because of the multiple industries that I work in. I work as an MC, for events, birthday parties, corporate events, bar mitzvahs, weddings, right? So when we have these ebbs and flows, and, with these variants and things are shutting down, I don't always know when the next event is coming from. When, another industry of mine is acting. I don't know when the next gig is coming. So a lot of my hustle and bustle is not streamlined, it's not guaranteed. And it's been toying with my faith. It's really been toying with my faith because over the years I've been so focused on making ends meet. I've been so focused on making sure bills are paid on time. I've been so focused on, making sure it's really more out of fear, like making sure my family is solidified, that we're straight, that my wife and my kids are straight. You want to know one of the things I prayed one time? I really got so. Let me tell you how bad my faith got one time. I said, God, please make me normal. I just want to be a normal human being with a normal job, a steady job, just so I can take care of my family. And the laugh that God had in my face. Like, what? You praying to be normal? Like, what about you? I didn't call you to be normal. I didn't create you to be normal. And it's we get these moments. Any of you creatives, entrepreneurs, business owners, you can relate to this. We get these moments where we envy stability. We envy any form of stability. I have friends in my circle right now that I look at them and I have moments where I'm truly envious because they have a level of stability that I want. And sometimes I don't verbalize the prayer, but internally I'm like, God, can I just have that? Can I just like apply for a job like they got and just let me be in the office somewhere and just work and provide? And it's it's unreal. We have these moments because for once, every now and then, we just want to have some stability. We just want we just want to know where that next check is coming from. And we want to know, what's happening next. The unknown, like, gets at us sometimes as a creative, but we're going to climb back into that place of faith because when we started this journey, we started it by faith. Whatever your journey is, whatever your medium is, your artistry is, your business is, your industry, you started out by faith. Everyone else didn't see what you saw. Everyone else didn't grasp the concept that you've been toying with in your mind. Everyone else didn't understand it, but you saw it, so you jumped in. You jumped in as an actor. You jumped in as a writer. You jumped in as a content creator. You jumped in as a publicist. You jumped in as a fashion designer. You jumped in as a motivational speaker. Whatever it is, you jumped in by faith. And getting back to that is difficult, but it's necessary because it's what kept us going. It's the engine that we had. It's the currency of exchange that we had in prayer. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We've heard that scripture a bunch of times, and it's the key word there is the substance. Faith is substance. It's powerful. We're exhausted because we've lost that substance, and that substance was something that we always saw internally and pushed to make happen. And I'm gonna ask that, like, why most of us struggle to execute our grand ideas. Like, the reason why we struggle to like make it happen is faith or lack thereof. Like, we are programmed to believe in what's guaranteed. We're programmed to. That's why I had to be honest with myself. Like, I'm in a place where I'm envious of any associate of mine who has that level of stability. So it makes it difficult to work on the vision, like when you don't have that faith, because the more time we put into the vision, the less hours we're able to clock in at a regular 9 to 5 job, right? The more time we're putting into dreaming and vision casting and vision planning, the less time so we have these two entities that are fighting for our energy. If that makes any sense. So I was talking to my wife. Y'all forgive me for I may like just bounce around, but this all week, this Goldmine thing has been like playing with my mind. I was talking to my wife earlier in the week, and I was like, we both have $1 million ideas. Both of our ideas individually are $1 million ideas. She has her wonderful organization. She has her creativity. I have what I do. I have GPA. I have acting. We're both sitting on $1 million ideas, but we have $100 worth of execution. Our ideas are gold. Our ideas are super valuable, but our execution is cheap. Our execution is lacking, right? And like she kind of looked at me like, what you talking about? A little bit offended. But the truth is, you don't reap the value of your ideas. You reap the value of your execution, right? There's no reason why, $100. There's a reason why $100 means so little to us now. Any adult in here that's watching, $100 is nothing. Remember when we were teenagers and you saw $100 bills? That was the world to you. Like that was a lot of money. Even in your early 20s, $100 was a lot of money. Look at you now. Somebody give you $100 right now. In your head, it's already gone. It's spent. It goes to a bill. It goes to your kid. It's gone already. Right? It's because we've outgrown the level of just making it. Like we've outgrown that level. That level of just making it, $100, $1,000, even $10,000. Right now, think about how thousands of dollars have slipped through your hands in the last few years. It doesn't blow our mind anymore, right? Our lifestyle has the projected value of millions. Our vision, is in the millions. So our execution has to meet that. Our execution has to match that. Otherwise, we're gonna find ourselves in the same circle. I find myself back in the same circle, in the same cycle, time after time again. Like, why am I in this place? Your execution is in the hundreds. Your execution is worth hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands of dollars, but it's not millions. Your ideas are in the millions, but your execution is not. You're sitting on a gold mine. You are literally sitting on a gold mine, and you got to keep digging. I'm going to ask you this. Where did you put the shovel down? At what point did you put the shovel down? Because it's okay. Anybody gets tired. Anyone that's digging for anything, let's keep it on gold. You're digging for gold. You're digging for gold. You got to take a break. Boom. Put the shovel down. Go eat. Take a break. All right, back to it. Boom, you're digging. Put the shovel down. All right, you're tired, you're parched. Get something to drink. Back to digging. Put the shovel down. All right, you need a breather, right? But you got to keep digging. What has happened to most of us is on our breaks, when we stop digging, it wasn't always because we were tired. It wasn't always because we just needed a break. It's because we have competing commitments. We have something else that we need to do. So when we put the shovel down, we ain't even like dig into we just toss it. Like, look, they about to repo my car. These lights about to be shut off. Like real life things keep happening while we're digging for our gold. While we're digging, we keep having we constantly have these competing commitments. I'm here to remind you that you have a shovel that you put down. Go pick the shovel back up. Pick it back up because you have these $1 million ideas. You have something in you that's valuable. And if you exhaust it to the point where you ultimately see it, you don't have to be at that job anymore. I'm not telling nobody to quit their jobs right now. I'm telling you to just evaluate where you are. You don't like where you are. You don't like the constant hustle and bustle, right? You're going to be tired one way or another. Find that little piece of energy that's left to pick the shovel back up and get back to digging. Get back to the vision board. Get back to, putting your business plan together. Get back to it. You need that boost of faith, right? You cannot reach the level you're supposed to thrive in when you exert all of your energy to survive. Let me say it again. You cannot reach the level you're supposed to thrive in when you exert all of your energy just to survive, just to keep your head above water. Oh, I need another job. This is me. I'm giving y'all my experiences. Like, this is what happens in my head. Gosh, I need another job. I need to pick up a shift somewhere. I need more money. All right, this month I need to make this amount. All right, let me apply for that. I gotta find something more consistent. I find myself in these scrambles, and it's like, while those statements, they make sense from a realistic point of view. Like they make sense, but it doesn't match what I deserve in faith. It doesn't match where my faith once was. Shift from the facts. Now, this is a hard statement for a lot of us. We have to find times and moments where we shift from the facts to faith. I'm not saying, again, to drop what you currently have to do to make ends meet. I'm not saying to quit your job. Keep that thing for now. What I'm saying is stop trying to find another way to make money when you can use that energy and that effort to work your faith. Put the extra time into your vision. Put that extra time into prayer. Put that extra time into prayer. Put that extra time into prayer, into meditation. Sit with those thoughts. Bring those thoughts back to God. Like, this is the vision that you gave me. This is what you gave me to do. Like, I didn't ask for this gift. I didn't ask for these ideas. I didn't ask for, these thoughts. You show this to me. How do I make this happen? How do I make this work? That's where that extra time has to come in. Otherwise, we're just tapped out on survival. Otherwise, we're just exhausted. We've exerted every ounce of energy we have just to make it and just to wake up in the morning again and do it all over again. You were not meant to just survive. You were not meant to live your life in survival mode all the time. Just pick that shovel back up. Pick your faith back up. That faith you once had into what you're doing, into your business, into your idea. Pick it back up. It's worth millions. You're literally sitting on the gold mine. And this kind of work, you have to do it in silence. You can't let everybody know. When you have these competing commitments where you're taking care of business, you're taking care of your job, taking care of your family, but you got a vision, and you're digging for you're digging for gold, you're digging for your gold mine. You got to do this thing in silence. You can't let everybody know, because everyone doesn't understand this kind of grind. And you know this already. You've already had people tell you, be realistic, go back to school, get your degree, and get a real job. That term, right? Real job. You've been through this already. So you got to work like this in silence. I put this in the book in what chapter is this? It's talking about excellence. I believe it was excellence, about being allergic to normal. And I said, your behind the scenes is too much for the average person to conceptualize. What you got to do behind the scenes, it's too much for the average person to grasp. A regular 9-to-5 person, a person that just is comfortable with being comfortable, they can't grasp this kind of grind. They can't grasp what you deal with in your brain. So you got to work like this in silence. You got to tell everybody. You tell your trusted few, you tell your spouse, your confidants, or whatever, but shh, work in silence. Faith isn't always loud. Faith is, it sits beneath the surface and just boom, and just hits everybody like, whoa, where you come from? Yeah, I knew it from the beginning. You've been great. You was it. Oh yeah, I know. Got you. So I just wanted to jump in and share that with you. I'm gonna leave you with this last thought, right? Because we've paused on our dreams, on our gold mine so many times. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue producing events. Continue posting content. Continue designing clothing. Continue sketching, drawing. Continue going to the studio. Continue doing what you were born to do. Continue. Some of our favorite artists that we look back and like, man, look at those mixtapes that they were doing way back then. Look at the albums they were doing way back then when nobody even knew them, right? Film directors and these talented people, if you look back on their IMDb's and their resumes, they have projects that did not make it into mainstream media. They continued. They kept doing what they were gifted to do, what they were born to do. They kept digging. They kept digging until their moment came. Don't stress the technicalities. Don't stress all of the technical stuff needed to bring your vision to light. Don't stress all of that. Or don't even stress the lack of capital. That's a major one. The lack of capital, the lack of resources. Right? I remember, y'all remember this when Lil Wayne was about to go to jail. He had to turn himself in. I think he had like 24 hours to turn himself in. Y'all remember this dude made how many videos within a 24-hour period? He locked himself in the studio and he had a bunch of songs and he made like 15, 20, 30, he just made videos like I'm gonna just put all of this content out. I'm about to be locked up for a year and a half or whatever the time was. I'm gonna give y'all all this content before I go. Like, I just love that kind of commitment. This is what helps boost our faith. Like, constantly, I told y'all the first video about inspiration. This is it's inspiring, knowing there are people who are that determined to continue. To continue is to remain relevant and keep up with the times and keep up with what's happening and keep up with your goals and your vision. Continue. Pick your shovel back up. When you get off of work today, pick your shovel back up. Wake up a little earlier tomorrow before going to work. Pick your shovel back up. Pray again. Meditate again. Journal again. Put your vision boards back up. Pick the shovel back up and dig, because you are literally sitting on a gold mine. Don't have $1 million ideas with $100 worth of execution. Let your execution catch up with your ideas until you see it come to pass, until it comes to fruition. And that all boils down to one word: faith. Have faith. Have faith. What you're doing, the average person can't grasp it. And it's okay. You're not average. That's part of your struggle. You're not normal. You're amazing. You're gifted. You're talented. You're creative. You are all of these wonderful things. And the world deserves an opportunity to patronize your product, to pay for what you have to offer. There's an audience for you. There's an audience willing to pay for what you have to produce. And it may not always be at home. It may not always be from your own community. It may not be from people that know you. It could be from people in Nebraska, people in Vermont. It'll be strangers that'll hear your song and be like, yo, I resonate with that. That's dope. These strangers that'll see your design and be like, I want that. I want to buy that, shirt. I want to buy that painting. I want that. I want what you have. There's an audience waiting for what you have. But you got to keep digging. You got to get the goal. Do me a favor, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like, make sure you share this content. If this impacts you in any way, if this resonates with you in any way, make sure you share it with somebody who you know needs to hear this, who you feel could benefit from this. Appreciate y'all tapping in. We got some work to do. We have the 1-year anniversary of Pipe Dreams, Principles to Live What You Love, my debut book. Got released February 21st of 2021 last year. Monday's coming up in 3 days. We have the official 1-year anniversary. We're throwing a review party. And just getting people's thoughts and feedback on the book. So I'm excited about that. But get your copy. If you have not gotten your copy of this book here, let's get all the stuff out the light. Pipe Dreams. If you have not gotten your copy, make sure you visit the website. www.dayoolatokum.com. To my Nigerians, dayoolatokum.com. Y'all don't come for me. We're not doing this today. Or on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, wherever you get your books from. It's available on all platforms. Get your copy. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. All right. Until next time, do me a favor, live what you love. Peace.